Real Housewives of Atlanta. I made a TikTok video about this, but Shamea is flopping so hard for me, guys. I feel like she had all of the characteristics to be a really good housewife, and it's just not showing through. And I want to address something that I saw a couple of people comment on my TikTok video, and they said, we saw Shamea's wealth, and we automatically assumed that that would make her a good housewife. And to that I say, yeah, that's kind of what we look for with housewives, right? We're looking for them to have wealth and an aspirational lifestyle. But outside of that, Shamea also had a couple of other characteristics that I thought could have really set her up to be the mainstay of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's literally the bridge to all of the friendships within the group right now, and she explained that in her very first episode. She also has a lot of ties to the Atlanta community. She works a lot with the Hawks. She was on the radio. So Shamea has all of the ties to the city and the different people who run in various Atlanta circles. And so yes, in addition to her wealth and her nice home, she has the family, she has the connections, and she seemingly knows or is 1 degree separated from all of the women who are on the current cast. All of that together should have made her a really good housewife, but instead she's too busy kind of playing the background and being comfortable in what I would like to call a sidekick or a B character role. Britt was absolutely right. Shamea was totally being passive aggressive towards her, and it wasn't fun to watch. That's also why I really can't get behind Shamea as being in charge of the girls for Atlanta, because she doesn't even stand 10 toes on the things that she says. Like, she wanted to call Britt out for the donations, and then she said that she had a private conversation with her at Houston's. And my whole thing is, if you already had a private conversation with her, what was the point of bringing it up within the group if it wasn't to try to shame her or roast her in an indirect way? She also was offended that Britt didn't want to do shots and then tried to act like she wasn't offended by it, and I just really don't get that. I personally also don't like to do shots, so it's well within Britt's prerogative to choose not to do it, and there shouldn't be a big deal if she says no to not doing shots. Anyway, moving on from them. I thought it was really sweet of them to celebrate Angela's anniversary. I don't know what to make of Angela and Charles. I think there are certainly some men who are very emotionalist and they don't show a lot of affection, but it looks like she's searching for that from him, or at least she wants him to act that way when they're filming, and he's just not playing ball. And so I'm not quick to jump on the train of like, oh, he hates her, because I think people show love in a lot of different ways, but I really wish that he would at least turn it on when the cameras are on so that Angela won't look so bad to the public. But like I said, even despite the fact that the girls were beefing for each other, they showed up and got her a cake and really cheered her up, and it was really sweet to see. I think this episode actually displayed what we have grown to love about the Real Housewives. They are shady and they get into it with each other, but when they really need to, they do come together as sisters. I loved the moment between Phaedra and Britt in the car, and this is what veterans are supposed to do for the new girls who are coming in. They're supposed to sit them down and tell them, hey, this is how you approach the group. This is how you have a good season, essentially. It was given very like Mama Bear, like Southern Belle when she told her to show herself friendly. I'd never heard that phrase before, but I am going to use it now. I felt really bad for Shamea with what she was going through with her daughter, but again, the girls really came together and rallied around her, and that was really sweet to see until Britt started putting on a show. That was one of the cringiest moments to watch, and it really made me question, like, does Britt have something going on, like, mentally? It's almost like she doesn't know how to read the room. Like, she's always extra defensive, can't really tell when people are throwing light shade. She automatically jumps on heavy defense. And then in this instance where it's like, yeah, you want to show love to someone, but you don't want to take it overboard in the way that she did, and she just kept going on. And at the end of it all, she made it completely about herself when she said she was going to take a shot, and then she went over and got completely naked in the kitchen. Like, that wasn't the time. This woman is talking about her daughter potentially being really sick and she's crying, and you decide this is the time to go over and get naked. I don't know if she wanted to use that as a distraction, but I don't think she has the mental capacity to think, let me distract her from being sad. I think she just wanted to make the moment about her, and it just adds to like the Brit is weird tally that I have going on. I don't know. This lady is strange.